like Anuket, besides KupenStack, doing his masters as indicated earlier at Delhi University, and some time dedicated for search for innovation. He is looking always for innovations. He is a very excellent person and a humble guy, and most of the people he has helped in OTF for the hackathon previously, and has been part of working with Vipin for long, and we really want to recognize him. Uh, hope he's back to normal. He had some health issues earlier, and we look forward to his participation in the future. Second, uh, before I move, uh, is it not moving? Yeah. Okay. Myself, Prakash, I'm the co-founder, secretary. You heard enough of me, but to just iterate, I'm MTech Electrical Communication, was to be working for Open Infra as a board of director and currently on the boards of EOTF. And we'll have more sessions as we talk about myself. Next. So with this, I will hand over to Parth. Parth, take it. It's yours. I will move the slides as you want. Parth, are you there?
Yeah, or I can, or else I can share.
Yeah, you can share also. Do you want to share? Then in that case, I'll stop sharing.
Yeah.
Just a second. I'll stop sharing and then share. You are co-host, right? Yeah, so you can share. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible. Go ahead and can.
Okay. So the today's talk, the topic is KupenStack, and it's gonna be very short. We'll be covering what is KupenStack and how it looks like to use, its benefits. We'll just have a look possible use case with Nephio, and at the end we will look at OpenStack Helm, which we have worked with along with KupenStack for the last 6 months. Uh, so first of all, what is KupenStack? Uh, Kup- KupenStack is our Kubernetes native OpenStack, or you can say it's a Kubernetes add-on that allows you to use OpenStack from Kubernetes command line. Uh, that is kubectl. KupenStack is formed from two words, joining two words, Kubernetes and OpenStack, hence forming KupenStack. So initially, how it started was I wrote a paper along with my mentor Vipin, uh, which you can see on the right. So the initial idea of KupenStack was what will cloud native OpenStack look like. So if today we want to build a cloud native OpenStack without changing a single line of OpenStack, then how we can achieve it. So that is what this paper covered, and we presented a technology called KupenStack, which work as a small cloud native layer which sits between OpenStack and Kubernetes and builds cloud native operations and orchestrations for OpenStack resources and OpenStack cluster. So this is a diagram from that paper itself. It's an old diagram with some initial vision that we had. So here, first of all, we want to clarify that KupenStack is not making changes to Kubernetes or OpenStack in any way. So it's deployed alongside with these two toolings. So we have our physical infrastructure at the bottom, and top of it, we have formed our Kubernetes cluster. So, on this Kubernetes cluster, we have deployed KupenStack. And now what we get is we get two kinds of features from KupenStack. One is it can deploy and manage OpenStack cluster itself, which is represented by this bold line. And the second thing is it can deploy and manage OpenStack resources like VM, router, subnet, and so on, which is represented by dotted lines. So from the user point of view, a user can be on the left hand side or here and can provide deployment manifest of VM, subnet, etc. in form of YAML files as a declarative intent using kubectl tool to Kubernetes cluster. So these are some CR custom resources which are defined by KupenStack using CRD in the cluster. So KupenStack keeps looking for such custom resources, and when it sees any new desired resource and any new custom resource, it sees the desired state of that resource, and then its controllers tries to reconcile uh, the desire the actual state towards the desired state. So the dotted line you can see here, these are open HTTP endpoints that OpenStack provides, through which KupenStack is talking. And second thing that KupenStack provides is a self-managed OpenStack, self-provisioned, self-managed OpenStack cluster in form of containerized OpenStack on top of Kubernetes. So this is the flow that represents that how KupenStack can manage OpenStack cluster itself, whereas user only has to provide the desired state of the OpenStack cluster. Now, this was the initial idea with which the paper was written. It was not the actual implementation. Uh, so, looking forward, we went forward with it and we launched our open source project with the same vision called KupenStack, which is hosted on GitHub, github.com/KupenStack. So, in simple words, if you are a Kubernetes user, in simple words, if I want to tell you like what is KupenStack doing, then it's providing you a bunch of CRDs and which allows you to deploy your OpenStack resources using kubectl utility. So you can write kubectl apply -nef vm.yaml, and it will get deployed on your Kubernetes cluster. And then KupenStack takes the responsibility of creating this tree and by talking to underlying OpenStack cluster. And you can see that on same Kubernetes cluster, we get our Kubernetes pod as well as we get our OpenStack virtual machines as well. There's some voice echo. If someone can. Okay. So yeah. So this is how it looks like now. Moving forward, what benefit we get with all this thing is like with KupenStack is we get first of all, the first benefit is we get a unified control plane. So we can manage Kubernetes resources as well as OpenStack resources from a single control plane using our kubectl utility. So this is the first benefit we get is single control plane for management of both K8s based and OSK based workloads. Second benefit is that since we are using a single utility kubectl, our learning curve has also reduced. Now users only need to understand Kubernetes and its working, and they can just carry on upgrade themselves with CRDs of KupenStacks and quickly start using OpenStack. So the learning curve has decreased. So now you do not have to go and learn how Horizon works and other OpenStack control CTL utilities also. So the second benefit is there's a reduced learning curve we get. The third benefit is that we get a cloud native OpenStack. So we get so KupenStack controllers form a cloud native layer which provides cloud native operations for OpenStack resources. So as a user, I'm just deploying a resource on the Kubernetes cluster, and now I don't have to worry about it. And all those cloud native values are built using cloud native operations on top of OpenStack APIs using KupenStack. So, and the third benefit is that since now we can use OpenStack to kubectl, we can take benefits of other Kubernetes utilities like and customize Argo and so on. So, so our project. So this is also again there's a reduced learning curve. We are using the same stack for our code maintenance, while we can use OpenStack and Kubernetes together. So now Nephio, as of today, 15th of July 2022, Nephio is in early stage, and we don't have any code, or we don't know how Nephio will look like at the end of 2022 or beginning of 2023. But as the diagram is proposed by the Nephio project, there are three things that it's trying to achieve. The first one is automating the cloud infra resources, whether it's on public cloud or private cloud. So provisioning of these infra resources. Then uh, second thing it is trying to achieve is the automation of the network function workloads, and the third is configuration of this network function workloads. So if you look at the first goal, one of the first goal of the Nephio project, which is automating cloud infra resources on targeted public cloud or private cloud. We can see it is going to use CRDs for it. So what KupenStack can provide is in case of OpenStack private cloud, it can provide its CRDs to Nephio project for automating the provisioning of infra resources like VMs and routers for Nephio project, so that Nephio project do not have to reinvent the wheel. But it depends on the future. Right now, the picture is not clear. This is one possible use case where KupenStack can fit with Nephio. So yeah, at the southbound of Nephio. Now, if we talk about the progress on KupenStack, so KupenStack has not got much progress in last 1 year. So last 6 to 8 months have been invested on working with deploying OpenStack, so that KupenStack can achieve a self-provisioning OpenStack cluster on top of Kubernetes in form of containerized OpenStack. So there's a project called OpenStack handling Open Infra Foundation, which provides in charge to deploy OpenStack. What KupenStack has been doing is it is, rather than reinventing the wheel and containerizing and deploying its own version of OpenStack, it's trying to take OpenStack as a standard for deploying OpenStack. So there is no vendor lock-in like situation, like people who are supporting OpenStack and can easily integrate their OpenStack containerized version of OpenStack and with KupenStack. So what we saw was that we were able to achieve this. We were able to automate this successfully. But over 6 months, we saw that OpenStack hand project develops on master branch, and it keeps changing again and again. And this was the fallback for us, that every week and after we see some new work setting OpenStack, and which
Parth, we lost you.
Parth, we lost you. You were talking about the fallback. If you are back, please start on it. Yeah, on behalf of KupenStack team and PTL, that is Parth, who just got dropped off, I'll seek call for participation in community for KupenStack. And since we'll be tying it to NEPHIO, I believe there is an opportunity to learn on the leading edge. And we invite everybody who is here to help us get more people for KupenStack. With that, I'll move on to the next topic, and which is NEPHIO. So the next